All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And as you can see, the title of this article: Russia boosting gold and dumping dollar from foreign currency reserves. And to show you that this is biblical prophecy, that Russia and these other nations will stop wanting to deal with America, and mostly severing ties with America means stop dealing with this currency, because as the saying goes, money makes the world go around. All right, and money is how modern day Babylon, so-called America, issues its power. Is by its money, its wealth. Okay, which is, it's not real wealth in the first place. All right, that's why these nations are beginning to stop dealing with America, because they have been fooled. All right, and again, that's biblical prophecy that these nations will stop wanting to deal with America. All right, and I'll just read some of this article. The Central Bank of Russia reports that foreign exchange reserves saw a significant boost of nearly $3.3 billion in April as the country pursues a policy of increasing its forex funds and diversifying them away from the U.S. dollar. And these other nations, such as Russia, Russia and these other nations are following suit. All right, China, all right, all the heavy hitters in so to say on the east side of the world. They're like Iran, they don't want to deal with America no more. And the pride of America, so-called America, they're saying they don't need these countries, and but they're hurting. Okay, America is Babylon is falling. All right, because of the pride of this place. All right, it's swiftly being taken out of power. All right, and when these countries separate themselves, they're benefiting from this. They're like, we're making more money when we're not dealing with America and its games. All right, yeah, and I saw this here: Russia's gold and foreign currency reserves surge for the third consecutive year. So business is booming for these other countries. That's why they're coming together, and those councils, trying to separate themselves from the whore. All right, which is mystery whore Babylon. All right, so to get started, I'm gonna start in Jeremiah chapter 51 and start at verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Why? Because that golden cup is full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. That's Revelation the 17th chapter. Okay, Babylon, modern day Babylon, is the abomination of the earth, and these nations are waking up to the fact that they've been bamboozled. The so-called America has been tricking, these other nations. And again, they're waking up. Well, the Most High is put it in their hearts that, hey man, we got to stop dealing with this woman. She's messing us up. She's screwing us over. All these other nations that she's screwed. Hey, they're coming together and saying, man, let's jump this bitch. Pretty much, because that's what's going to happen. These other nations, which they're doing, they're gonna completely separate themselves from this place, and they're gonna start shooting off these nuclear missiles. All right, destroying mystery whore Babylon, which is not a mystery no more. Okay, mystery whore Babylon is so-called America. All right, continuing. This is verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. All right, because so-called America is in pain right now. All right, it's hurting, but the effects, because of pride, it's not showing right now. All right, but America is hurt. The country cannot last long without a conflict, because that's what it's aiming towards. All right, we're in Matthew's the 24th chapter, when the rumors of wars and rumors of wars. All right, because the last resort of this place so-called America is they're gonna fight, all right, and try to restore order, okay, and that goes into that new world order, that they're trying to fulfill, because the elites, okay, money is you find the root of where the money's coming from, and it goes back to these elites, okay, it funds the wars, funds countries, these elites are the ones that run the country because they have all the world's wealth. Okay, they're in the background pulling strings, all right, and the dumping of the dollar is nothing but going according to their plan, all right, because they want a new currency, all right, and that goes into these cryptocurrencies, which is going to be via the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, having everybody chip, all right, because that's where this world is going, all right, because that's what these elites want to do, because after this is their plan. So after World War III is finished and they have got the world population down to, go back to the Georgia Guidestones, what is it, 500 million people. All right, they want the rest of you, they want the new currency to be these cryptocurrencies, these digital currencies, which they can track, monitor, all right, and basically fulfilling their belly so they can be gods, official gods on the earth, which is not going to happen because the Most High disappointeth the enterprises of the wicked, of the crafty, you devils, okay? Because if it was so, no flesh would be saved, all right? And it's not, basically it's not going to go to according to plan, all right? But this is why these elites are going so hard. That's why they're so heavy on tariffs, and it just seems it's blatant that these that what the direction of the world is heading into, all right? But you modern day people, all right, you everyday people, you have no clue what's going on. Okay, you're not going to have an idea what's going on until it's too late. All right, but staying on point with this lesson, okay? But really just going into all this is biblical prophecy, okay? And saying if she may be healed, that's well, I'll just read on to the next precept. This is verse 9, Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Okay, so these other countries, like, man, we would have helped Babylon. We would have helped them if they weren't so prideful, if they weren't so pushy, if they weren't doing all this madness, being filthy, and all the abominations it does, the dirty deals, okay, the slithery snake tactics, the tit for tat, childish things that this nation it does. It goes into places it doesn't belong and taking things it doesn't, need. Going in and policing the whole world and everybody's business. And boasting, in pride because of his military. But America is getting ready to be exposed because, as great as this country is, I say that facetiously. It needs these other nations to function. All right, because without, who could the bully without the, I don't know what the word is, but without people to bully, So that's how America operates, is being a bully of the earth. All right, that's why they're called the hammer of the earth, But this place is losing its power because of its pride. And the Most High is getting ready to move them out and set up rulers that are profitable. All right, and that goes into the elect. All right, the children of the Most High. All right, but nonetheless, showing that America doesn't got it like it thinks it has, and its true colors are showing. All right, and again, that's why it's gonna have to resort to violence. All right, because that's all the options that so-called America has is to go to war. That's it. Okay, but these nations are ready to fight this time. That's the point. Okay, but continuing, forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country. Exactly. All right, and the separation starts with their currencies. All right, Russia's, we gonna do it with our own money. Okay, Iran, all right, we're gonna do it too. China, we're gonna do it too. And the list is gonna add on, it's gonna add on, it's gonna add on, until America is all by itself. And they're gonna be, trying to, escape whatever. But these nuclear missiles are gonna clean this place up. All right, they're gonna be like, hey, we're just playing, we're sorry, and then they're not even gonna say that, because they're probably ain't gonna find no place of repentance. Okay. But America's gonna go out swinging though, but It's gonna be swinging air. But anyways, continuing, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. All right, his sins have reached the heavens. The Most High has made inquisition of this place. He's what? He's about to sit in that seat of judgment and cast this place away. And everybody knows that this place is going to be destroyed. So they're separating themselves, taking their kids, everybody. They're getting up out of here. Okay, I forgot there was a poll about, I wish I could have it at the top of my head, but there's record numbers of people in the United States that want to leave the country. This place is trash. Okay, going back to that golden cup, it's full of abominations. It's a lie. All right, going into gilded. Okay, it's fool's gold. All right, this place is not it. All right, it's a trap. Okay, that's why Trump's talking about closing off the borders. Building that wall. He trying to keep all you people in, because everybody trying to leave. Without the people, there's no business. Okay. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this place is marked for judgment, and these nations know that, and they're separating themselves, right? Because they don't want to deal with the whore no more, because the whore is about to what? The whore is about to get judged, all right? Which is so-called America, all right? But moving on to Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Okay, in the modern day, inhabitants of the ancient Median Empire is the so-called Russians. All right, they dwell in the land of the Medes. Okay, it's continuing, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So they don't want to deal with America's money no more. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about its high rises. They don't care about its wealth. They're tired of dealing with so-called America, and all these other nations are joining suit. All right, following in line. Okay, and it's not looking too good for America. All right, because what does these other countries do when they come to deal with America? They come to do business. All right. And if these nations aren't doing business with America no more, this place is going to cease. It's going to cease to exist. Okay. Physically, first spiritually, then physically. Because, the pride of this place is turning back. Okay. America is decked out with pearls and purple raiment. It's glistening, shining, because, hey, America's still on top. But pretty soon it's going to be vacant and abandoned. All right, you're going to see him with a "will do anything for work" sign. Okay, because this place is that merchant city. Everybody comes here to do business. But again, there's no business booming. The country cannot operate because everything revolves around money. And that's what happens when a nation is built upon greed. Eventually, it's going to run out. It's going to run out of flame. Okay. And that, hey, you want to call it karma, but this is judgment of the Most High. All right. And everything that this place has done, all the torment and sorrow, all right, it's going to what? Fall upon this place. All right. All the plagues, the nation is going to be looking at these plagues. That's another reason why these nations are separating themselves. Again, there's a judgment, but these plagues, all right, and the money, you're going to see fruits of inflation. All right, that's a plague. Okay, and other nations, they don't want to deal with that. All right, that's why they're separating themselves. Because this place is a sinking ship. All right, call America the Titanic. All right, this is 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men in pieces. All right, because what happens when the modern day arrow is a missile? So what happens when an arrow explodes? It blasts everything in its way. All right, buildings, cars, and people. All right, it's splattered everywhere. All right, cut in pieces. Okay, because of an explosion. All right, continuing, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. They don't care about children. Nobody. Pregnant women. All right, these missiles have no respect to person. All right, when they explode, if you're in the way, you will be decimated. All right. And if you make it, of course, it's the mercy of YAHAWASHI. But, again, Babylon was not going to be healed. All right. Continuing. Their eye shall not spare children. Exactly. All right. This is 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, exactly that golden cup, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, because that's what's getting ready to happen. All right, that great example of judgment back in the day was Sodom and Gomorrah, but that modern day example of what not to be, all right, the nation that decides to live ungodly is so-called America. All right, because this is that prime example. All right, because Sodom and Gomorrah, the neighboring cities, were destroyed also, so that means everywhere else they decided to live ungodly, but the prime example, all right, at that time was Sodom and Gomorrah, and that prime example today is going to be so-called America. All right, but well, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna close out here in Jeremiah. Go back to Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 49. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 49, and I'll start at verse 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee. All right, pride has deceived this nation. All right, they have thought that their house shall continue forever. They're talking about 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, my grandchildren's grandchildren, my inheritance. They leave their inheritance onto their babes. It's not going to happen. All right. And, all this pride, this place is getting ready to be humbled. All right, you're getting ready to realize that this place has been nothing but what the Most High has made it to be, is going to be an example. All right, and not a good example. All right, continuing. And the pride of thine heart, exactly. O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. All right, and going back to the excellency of the Chaldeans, all right, that today is you so-called white men, women, and children. All right, you are the descendants of Esau, Edom, all right, and the Edomites. All right, the people of the Most High's curse, the people whom the Most High has indignation with forever. All right, the Most High hates you. All right, and though favor be shown to the wicked, all right, all of you are getting ready to be what? Punished. All right, because you have been built up for the Most High's purpose, and He's done with you. All right, that appointed time that you had to prosper and fulfill your deeds of wickedness, they're finished. Okay. All right, but continuing, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. By Hashem YAHAWASHI. Okay, talking about how high this place esteems itself. The nation's bird is the eagle, the bald eagle. All right, which is the high. Well, eagles they soar very high. And even the bald eagle. The bald eagle is a scoundrel of an animal. It's a filthy animal. It's a thief. But nonetheless, America is on top, so to say. Okay, but they're not on top as they think they are. All right, again, pride has deceived thee. They think they're the highest of the highest, of the best nation in the world. All right, but this is the land where the Most High is going to completely decimate. All right, going back to what Malachi, though they said they're going to build up their desolate places, but the Most High is what going to destroy. All right, because they had their time where they fell. All right, Roman Empire. All right, but they came back talking about the Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, women, and children. All right, they began to come back into power in the Renaissance. And since then, they have been in power. All right, the earth has been theirs. Job 9:24. But they have an appointed time which they have been set to rule, and they're not gonna go past that time. All right, and that time is now where they're gonna be cast down. All right, but continuing to 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Exactly. So that means all of you that are descendants of Esau, Edom. Okay, and there's no end of all people. So those people are still here on the earth today. All right, and you are going to be completely cast down. All right, and the rest of you, well, all of you are going to eventually go back into slavery, where you belong. You belong in chains. Okay. Continuing, everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Exactly. You know, they're gonna look and say, damn, the place is getting jacked up. You know, and ain't nobody gonna want to, again, going back to people separating themselves from this place and not want to deal with this place no more. All right. But continuing verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, exactly, saith the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So this place is going to become a desolate wilderness, all right, a desert, all right, because of its wickedness. All right, and that time is now. All right, very soon, this place so-called America, all right, is going to be turned to ashes and returned to the dust. All right, and all of its works is going to be what? Just like it's been made in vain. All right, and all you that you want to keep yourselves here, you're going to stay here, all right, and you're going to catch a missile. All right, but Lord's wilderness is edifying. And as always, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem Makakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Shalom.